Long ago, in a village deep inside the African forest called Amankwo, there lived a poor farmer named Obinna. He was known for being hardworking but unlucky. No matter how much he tilled his farm, his harvest was always small. While other farmers filled their barns with yam, maize, and cassava, Obinna's barn was always half empty. But Obinna was a man with a kind heart. He shared the little he had with strangers and orphans, and he never spoke harshly to anyone. People often laughed at him. Some said, "Obinna is foolish. How can a man who barely has enough for himself still share with others?" But Obinna did not mind. He believed that kindness always returned in some way. One hot afternoon, Obinna went to his farm to check on his crops. As he was walking through the field, his hoe struck something hard. He bent down, expecting to see a stone, but instead, he pulled out a small dusty calabash buried under the soil. It looked ordinary at first, but when Obinna wiped off the dirt, he heard a voice. "Obinna! Obinna! I am hungry." Obinna jumped back, trembling. He looked around, there was no one in the farm except him. Again, the voice came, clear and soft, from the calabash. "Obinna, feed me." Obinna could not believe his ears. A talking calabash. "This must be a trick," he muttered. But something in the voice felt real, almost like the cry of a child. Out of pity, he placed a piece of roasted yam from his bag into the calabash. The calabash swallowed it. Then it said, "Thank you, Obinna. Because of your kindness, I will reward you. From today, whatever you ask me, I shall provide." Obinna stared, wide-eyed. Could this be true? To test it, Obinna whispered, "Calabash, give me palm wine." At once, the calabash filled with fresh palm wine, bubbling and sweet. Obinna drank, and it was the best he had ever tasted. He tried again. "Calabash, give me roasted fish and plantain." Immediately, smoke rose from the calabash, and inside lay roasted fish and ripe plantain, steaming hot. Obinna ate until his belly was full. His eyes widened in wonder. This was no dream. He carried the calabash home carefully, like a treasure. From that day, Obinna's life changed. Every evening, the calabash gave him food, drink, and even money to buy clothes. Soon, his once poor hut became filled with fine things. The villagers of Amankwo noticed. One by one, they came asking, "Obinna, how did you become rich so suddenly?" But Obinna kept his secret. He only said, "The gods have remembered me." Still, people gossiped. Some said he had joined secret juju. Others whispered that he had gone to the evil forest. Only his best friend, Okoro, believed him to be an honest man. One evening, during the village meeting, Obinna brought out food and wine for everyone. He used the calabash in secret, then served them. The taste was so delicious that the villagers licked their fingers. The greedy chief's wife, Mama Nina, grew suspicious. She whispered to her husband, "My husband, where does Obinna get such food? We must find out. Imagine if we owned whatever he owns, we would be the richest in all the land." The chief nodded. And from that day, he began to watch Obinna closely. One night, when the moon was bright, Okoro visited Obinna. The calabash spoke again, asking for food. Okoro nearly fainted, but Obinna calmed him and explained everything. Okoro was amazed. "Obinna, this is a blessing from the gods. But be careful. If greedy people know about this calabash, they will destroy you." Obinna nodded. But it was too late, the chief had sent spies. They hid outside Obinna's hut and heard the calabash speaking. By morning, the whole of Amankwo was buzzing. "Obinna has a talking calabash." Some laughed. Some said, "It's a lie. Calabash cannot talk." Others said, "He must be doing witchcraft." Obinna tried to explain, but nobody believed him. They mocked him, saying, If your calabash is so powerful, let it feed the whole village. The greedy chief summoned Obina. Obina, I hear you keep a talking calabash. Bring it to the palace. Let it serve me and my people. Obina pleaded, my chief, the calabash is a gift. It does not like greed. If you misuse it, bad things will happen. But the chief shouted, silence. Bring it, or you will be punished. Afraid of disobeying, Obina carried the calabash to the palace. At the palace, everyone gathered. The calabash spoke, its voice echoing. Greedy ones, be careful. I do not serve the proud. I only serve the humble. The villagers gasped. Some trembled, but the chief only laughed. Calabash, give us food. Give us money. Give us gold. At first, the calabash obeyed. It poured out mountains of yam, rivers of palm wine, and heaps of cowries. The people shouted in joy, running to grab what they could. But the chief wanted more. Give me endless gold. Make me the richest in all lands, he commanded. The calabash grew silent. Then it said, you have asked too much. You did not listen. Now, face the curse of greed. Suddenly, the gold turned into stones. The yam turned into ash. The palm wine turned into bitter water. The villagers spat it out, crying. Then, from the calabash came a mighty wind, swirling like a storm. It lifted the chief and his wife into the air, spinning them round and round. The people screamed and ran. The wind carried the chief and his wife away into the forest, and they were never seen again. The calabash spoke once more. Those who mock what they do not understand will suffer. Only the humble and kind shall be blessed. Then it disappeared into thin air, leaving Obina's hands empty. From that day, Obina returned to his simple life. Though he no longer had the magical calabash, people respected him. They remembered that he had been kind even when he was poor. The villagers of Amankwo learned a hard lesson, that greed brings destruction, and that sometimes, blessings come quietly, only for those with good hearts. And so, whenever children in Amankwo grew too greedy, their mothers would warn them. Be careful, or the talking calabash will come for you. Greed destroys, but kindness always brings blessings. Respect the gift of the spirit world, for not everything is meant for everyone. If you like this story, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel for more story like this.